Am I looking pretty good? Hope so. Cut my beard. I just remember that. What is going on, everyone? And welcome to Kart 63. My name is Ben. Thank you very much for stopping by the channel yet again. Or if you're new here, welcome. And if you're new here, you should probably subscribe to the channel. That would be awesome. I mean, I do this stuff twice a week, all the time, even if I don't even have an idea. Like up until I know there's, I know I got the suggestions from the viewers. I know I have a whole list of this, but sometimes I get panicky and I'm like, I don't know what I'm going to do. And then all of a sudden it kind of comes to me. I'm like, hey man, that's a good subject. But yeah, that's where this is coming up. Somebody actually asked about this before, so it's not like I'm ignoring anybody that asked for suggestions for videos. It happened before, it just was down the list a little bit, and I figured I'd go with this one. So, new karters, when you're coming into the sport, when you're coming into road racing or oval racing or dirt racing or anything like that, you are told to hit your marks. What does that mean? Everybody started somewhere. I didn't know what that meant when I started, so I'm going to try to explain it as best I can. Okay, hitting your marks. Long story short, consistency. That is what it's all about. Now, when your crew chief, when your dad, when your friend, when you're, whoever, when you're a dude on the internet explaining something, when they're telling you to hit your marks, they're looking for you to lift or turn in at the exact same time every single lap. So you can change this throughout the run, but we'll first start with consistency of hitting your marks. You are going to either pick out a place on the track as we've been there, or I hope you're getting there. When you're racing, things slow down. You're able to, your mind is working a little faster than you think it is, to where it's making everything seem a little slower, and you're able to, pick out like a bump in the track. You're able to pick up the flag stand, a line on a wall, a little patch of grass, something that your mind is telling you, hey, that's a lift point or that's a turn-in point. So when you're doing that, you're going to do that on either side of the track. And hopefully during this, I'm going to show a little footage of me racing. And I'm not the pinnacle of consistency, especially racing an open. Those things are, slightly unpredictable with the horsepower and everything. But I'm hoping to show you that my hands are remaining true, and that lap after lap, I am turning in at a similar spot. I believe the footage I'm going to use is from Blairsville, and you'll notice as I'm coming out of turn 4, I'm lifting just beyond the flag stand. Like you see the flag stand and you see my foot come off the gas. That is it's a trigger point for me, that I know, okay, there's also the sensation that you're going to have. This can also be a hitting your mark. This can be a mark that you have a sensation. I drive a lot with that, with a lot of feel in the kart and how the kart is behaving. So you know that your kart entering the corner is going to feel a certain way. When you get to a point, it's either going to get, start to get a little tight, it's start to get a little loose, and that's your turn-in point. So I do use that, and I suggest, it's just something to be aware of. You don't have to use that. The visual marks are by far a better idea to have. That just use your peripherals. You don't have to go, okay, there's the flag stand, I'm going to lift now. Don't do that. It's a horrible idea, especially with competitors around you. But as you're staring forward, you're going to be looking at your turn, and out of your peripheral vision, you're going to see the flag stand. You're going to see that spot of dirt. You're going to see something in the racing path that you identify as, I hit this mark last time. That's where I turned in. That was a good lap. Do it again. It all becomes consistency from corner to corner, from lap to lap. And same goes for in the corner. This isn't just a straightaway into the corner type of thing. In the center of the corner, when you're going down into the berm, recognize part of that berm. Recognize where your nose is sitting in the, even if there's a, like a prep path, the black, swath of grip that sometimes you see on tracks. Know where you were. Realize, hey man, I'm a tire up. I'm half a cart up. I'm right down on the berm. When did I come to that berm? That is also hitting your marks. Hitting your marks is consistency. You're going to want to try to be as consistent as possible and driving, obviously driving as hard as you possibly can to get everything, speed-wise out of the cart that it's allowing you to get. But consistency is going to make that better. They're going to make for, if your competitor is not doing that, if they're screwing up, maybe they have a lightning fast lap and then, for a couple laps, they miss their marks. And maybe they ride high and, maybe they can't get to the bottom. This is where your consistency is going to draw you up closer. It's going to give you a better shot at passing competition, having a better line off the corner and all those things. So I just thought I'd drop this video. It's a very good point, especially the new racers that, have never really heard this term. And, if they have heard that term, it's like, what do you mean? What are you looking for? Where your hands are placed, how much input you're putting on the wheel, and making that a more consistent effort from lap to lap, not just going in and dirt tracking the thing every time and, oh man, I don't know why it's not working. Keep your hands as still as possible. Work on getting the chassis so it rotates through the center and hitting those marks, hitting that where you twitch in. You just slight movement to get your cart to roll in should be at the same point every time. And if that point didn't work, if it feels as if that wasn't a fast lap, if you lost, to the competition, if they got away a little bit, change your line a little bit. Change your mark. And then, this is, why we run practice, this is why you run heats. This is all a good time, before the feature to experiment with what worked best. Maybe you need to enter a little higher. Maybe your mark should be a little higher on the track as an entry. Maybe it should be a little lower. All these things can be played with, that's, you can, go through a lap and say, oh, that was garbage. Change your marks. Say, I got to go 5 feet past where I lifted last time, where I turned in last time. Try that. Say, that was way better. Now consistently try and hit those same marks lap after lap if it did turn in a better time or felt better to you, to whereas you felt, it was quicker in general. So there you go, guys. I just, a quick Thursday video, I guess. It's Thursday tomorrow, right? Yeah, it's Thursday. Okay. I just thought it'd be a really good idea to, some of these videos got to be dedicated to the new racers. That's why I started the channel. I love to talk tires. I love to talk UAS and open stuff because it's what I do. But there are things like this that people need to know. I had a gentleman ask, hey, could you make some videos, for beginners? And it's just, hopefully this gentleman sees this. I have playlists. Kart Basics. This video is going under Kart Basics, and it's going to be some of the more beginner stuff to understand what is going on with your cart, even mindset, what you're looking for, that type of thing, aside from the tire game. I know we can all get swallowed up from the tire game and prep and sizes and staggers and all that stuff. It's really easy for me to do lots of videos on that stuff too. But this stuff makes a difference to a new driver, to a young driver, to an old driver, somebody getting into the sport, somebody getting into not even kart racing. Hitting your marks is universal across the board. Any kind of auto sports, hitting your marks is what you want to do. So there you go, guys. I really do appreciate you coming by, and I hope I'll see you again Sunday for yet another video. All right. It's so terrible at ending these things. So bad. Okay. All right. I'll see you later. Bye.